Yeah, we gotta reopen it in phases, and we gotta sit back and really think about what is an essential service and what is not. And when you go back to work, and businesses have to, figure out a way where everybody's gonna be 6 feet away from each other, no exceptions. And until there's a virus, some businesses, and until there's like a, what is it? What do you call it? Vaccine? Until there's a vaccine to cure this virus, I don't think we can open the doors. So it's really important that we get a vaccine, because that's going to fix everything. And testing. And testing for people who've had it, so that we can extract blood from them and give it to people who haven't had COVID, because there's a new antibody treatment. It's not new. So this is how they're going to fix it. They're going to have more testing. Everybody's going to have to be tested. Everybody's going to have to wear a mask. Everyone's going to have to bring some kind of measuring device to make sure they're 6 feet apart from each other. This never ends. This paranoia, this level of insanity does not end unless we end it. The insanity. Hey, just because your state, just because your country, just because your government, just because your organization is running out of fucking money, doesn't mean you have to screw everybody else around. Does it? Well, I guess it does. In your world, it does. You see, you got people that have been eating the whole pie the whole time. They had this beautiful, beautiful pie. And instead of sharing the pie, they ate it all. They did. And now they're saying, well, we want more pie. Where'd the pie go? They don't ask that question because they know exactly where the pie went. They ate the fucking pie. You sound really mad. Are you upset? No, that was for effect. They ate the fucking pie. And now they want more pie. So now we're live. We're live on YouTube for the last 3 minutes. Again, no visual that I can see, but I think there are visuals anyway. So I'll just let that go. And then we're going to check messages. Hey, Precious. Dispatch guy. Dispatch guy. My name is Simon Banks, and this is Dispatch guy. You're welcome. All right, so how does everybody feel about a selected few people shutting the entire world down because they've mismanaged things? Hey, crazy friends. I have like 526 crazy friends. COVID's fun. Ture, Lawai, Unisa tagged me in some kind of thing. I'm going to go to Facebook again. And first of all, I'm going to go through my messages. Because you always got to keep on. I got over 60 messages, some of which I'm going to skim. Except when it's important. When Melanie says something to me, I gotta reply all the time. And I agree. Lizard, ghost, duck. You know what the answer to that is? Robot, scooter, cheese. So, I agree though. I agree. Lizard, ghost, duck, for sure. I totally agree with that. Jordan, what do you got for me? Now that is really cool, yeah. I found that on Dave Teller's Facebook page. Dave Teller. And I agree. It's pretty cool. Jinky. Is that the next one? Toure. The awaiting day has finally come. Happy birthday to you, Lady K. Happy birthday, Lady K. And Julian. Let's have a nice chat. Okay? What do you want to chat about, Juliana? Let's have a nice chat. I'm in. And then upside down smiley face emoticon. Jinky, what's up? Yeah, that's my mom's picture. She took that just above Skaha. It's very nice. She went for a drive in her Honda with her new husband, most likely. We used to go for drives all the time. Now we don't do anything together. Just the way we like it. Quinn Bucktooth, what do you have to say for yourself? What the heck? I don't know. These birds just keep on falling out of the sky and they're bleeding out of their ears and... I don't know. It's weird. Got to pay attention to these things. Why are these things happening? Why are birds falling from the sky right now? Why are they bleeding from their ears and eyes? I want to know. At first you would think she's crazy. But she's not. Look at, she's making art. You think she's crazy now? She's not crazy. Just when you think someone's crazy, eh? And then you see the final result and you say, oh, they weren't crazy to begin with. Interesting. Do, 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 do. Dave Teller, what do you got to say for yourself there, friend? Yeah, I got that already. I got that message. Rick McKenzie. Hello, Rick. Hello to all my crazy friends, 530 of them. You guys are crazy. I love you, crazy friends. Yeah, it's something else about those care homes, eh? How they're managed. All based on profit there, Rick. Profit. When things go bad, Follow the money. See who made all the profit. Find the problem. The more testing, the more opening of the economy. That's a quote from the governor of New York. The more testing, the more opening of the economy. That's a really bad quote. Let me read it again. New York Governor Cuomo. Forget it. It's gone. New York Governor, distancing not completely over until we have vaccine. And if you look over here at this chart, you'll see a flattening, a plateau, a line, a curve of somewhat. We have to manipulate it somehow to make sure that it doesn't go past a certain point. And what are you fucking talking about, Mr. Cuomo? And what are you talking about when you say until we have a vaccine? As if the vaccine is what's going to fight this. Our bodies fight these things all the fucking time. For millions of years, our bodies have fought whatever diseases come our way. Do you really think Bill Gates' vaccine is going to fix things? When has it ever fixed anything? Maybe at the beginning when vaccines came out. Possibly. But I'm not even sure of that. Look, our bodies have an innate ability to correct itself. But we think we're so smart that we're going to be able to make a difference in what has already been created, essentially, as opposed to trusting the very mechanism that you came in here with to fucking begin with. Anyways, aren't you a little shaken by how much power government has over what happens in your everyday life, in your business, in your family? Who you're allowed to congregate with and when? Doesn't matter what the reason, as long as they have the power and you've given it to them. Does anybody see a problem with that? Because there's a real problem with it. In that, if it's freedom you want in life, if it's joy, paradise, if it's heaven you want, then, well, you might be going completely contrary to, do you want heaven on earth or do you want hell on earth? Because it can be either or. And right now we're going down a path where it's going to look a little more like hell. It's going to take on the resemblance of Hades Hall, where everybody's suffering, everybody's paranoid, everybody's worried, everybody's afraid. And now we're wearing masks. We can't touch each other. We can't talk to one another in large groups. We can't. What are the other restrictions that are going to be placed on us because of this new way of being, new way of living? And is this something we want? Ask yourself this. If it's something that you don't want, then start talking. Start bringing up the conversation around your family dinner table. Hey, the ban has been lifted on gatherings in my town now. I've just decided. I'm the Prime Minister of Canada. And I say that do what you need to do. We've done it before. Take precautions. If there's a virus going around, maybe not go out for a while. But let's not panic about it. Because that's not what we do we? Humans? Yeah, we do. Shit, we do panic. Should we? Should we? It makes no sense to panic. It makes no sense to be worried, afraid. It makes no sense. Being cautious is one thing. But panicking and worrying over something you can't even see, that you don't know anything about, serves no one anything. We may have a vaccine in 8 months. Look at that. You're going to rely on that vaccine? How about you start eating properly? How about you start looking after your body better? How about you stop looking for the quick out? Because the quick out is the longest way around this. We've been doing the quick out for a long time, and it's double backed on itself. It's not working. The whole system's imploding. And that's fine. But let's not go back to what it was like. And let's not have these people in charge anymore. These people, governors, presidents, prime ministers, world leaders, dictators, mayors. Well, I'm the mayor of the town. Well, I'm the sheriff. Yeah. And I've got the power. You see this right here? That's a badge. And that means I have power over you. See? I'm a sheriff. Now you go on now. Do what you're told. Do you like doing what you're told? Do you think that's the safest way out of this mess? Is just to kind of go along with it? Crow's back. Coming to you live on YouTube, Facebook, all at the same time. Streaming live on OBS on YouTube and just using Live Producer on Facebook. Trying to drum up some conversation, see if anybody disagrees. Maybe has a different way of looking at it. I'm in. Let's look at it different. Let's look at how all these shutdowns and power grabs, how this is all benefiting us. Let's take it from that angle. How is this benefiting? Well, we flattened the curve. Did you? Did you? Well, good for you. What curve did you flatten? What curve are we talking about right now? What pie chart? What bar graph did you bring out to prove to me that we flattened something? And the fact that you think you flattened it, how do you prove that you flattened it? Where's the data coming from? Why is your data so much fucking better than my data? I'd like to know this, because I don't think it is. I think your data is making you mentally unstable. That's what I think your data is doing. I think your data is convincing you that you're God. That's what I think your data is doing to your brain. Thinking you're the only God, the only one. Do you not see the connection between everything on the earth? Cheers. Everybody, cheers. I'm in a mood. How can you not be in a mood when things like this continue? So if you fancy yourself not one for keeping up with the news and kind of saying, hey, well, it's just not my thing and they keep on arguing, you're right. They do. And nothing ever gets done. I encourage you to just look at it for a bit, though. And if you understand it completely, then I get it. Turn it off. But you should be talking about it more. It should be important enough because we've given it that importance as a collective group of people on the planet. So, is it important? Yes. Are these positions important to maintain? Most likely not. And that's what's scaring these people. They're feeling the grip of power is dissipating right before their eyes, and they're scared. They're scared. These are humans. But they've behaved as monsters. And when a monster is scared, when you've cornered a monster, they become even that much more reactionary. They'll do anything to not be cornered. And there are those people that will not be convinced that they have done nothing wrong. I've done everything right. Everything. I have never made a mistake. You have to fear these people. Fear them in the way that fear doesn't control you. Let me use another word. You have to be concerned about these people, not fear, because we have nothing to fear from these people at all. Nothing to fear from these people. Oh, they can fire me? Okay. That's all you got? Fire me. What, you gonna kill me? Nah, I don't think you're gonna do that. We're beyond that, aren't we? You can. Are you gonna? Do you think that scares me? Nah. That doesn't scare me. Why is that, sir? Well, 'cause Just 'cause. So, where are we at? Medicare benefits and questions. What do you got for me? You got a problem with your dental? Your vision? What? Do you want some Medicare? Call this 1-800 number, and you get the benefits you deserve. Call to speak to a licensed sales representative right now. Because we need more insurance in the world. The what ifs. What if this happened? And if you weren't insured, what would happen? You're right, I didn't think about that. So I guess I do need business insurance, just in case something like this ever comes down the pike again, and I can't work for 3 or 4 or 5 or a year. Because the government shut us down. Yeah, I should have really thought about that. Didn't think that was an option, actually. That a government could shut down an entire world. Might look like there are different countries. You know, we could see the borders. We drive up to them. They're there. Might look like we have different countries and different people working on it, but really when it comes down to it, there's only a few people who run the world. Everybody's worried about the one world government coming in. It's been here for a long time. You just didn't know it. You also didn't know that you were slaves. Slaves to the system that these people have maintained and created. Passed down through the generations. Maintained authority. Passed down the reins, as it were, to the next generation. Next generation carries on. What happens if that one person who all of a sudden has all the power because they're of the same bloodline? What happens if this guy is, or this woman is a psychopathic killer? What happens then? That's why this is a bad system. That's why it's never worked. That's why the monarchy created this illusion that they have no power. That they gave the power to, the people. Behind the scenes, what's fucking going on? Do you know? I know. I don't know exactly. I know something's going on. Definitely something's going on. So I'm going to talk about it. As crazy as that might make me seem. How can one guy know that that is happening? Look around. Do the math. Look in your own community. You'll see them. You'll see the 1%ers in your community. And then blow it up. Make it larger. Yeah, it happens all around the world. Happens in small ways, happens in big ways, but the same percentage. So if you think you don't have power to fix, if you think you have no voice, then you've bought the you've bought the what? You've bought what they were selling you. And now you're selling it to yourself. You're selling yourself short. Because you all of a sudden have no power. Because you just said, well, what can I do? Well, what you can do is look at yourself, change yourself, be less greedy, be more compassionate, look around you, see how you can help. But history has shown that, in general, we like it when other people make decisions for us. And look what happened. Look what's happening. Because we've allowed that to happen. I don't know, I could be wrong. Don't trust me. Ask yourself the questions. Ask your family the questions. Sit down with your whole family, extended family, friends, family, today. Have dinner with them. Break some bread with them. That's my challenge. My challenge of the day is to get together with as many people as possible and have lucid conversations with them in regards to the way things are, the facts, how it is, and the power that we have to change it. All of us. All of us with one mind, because we all know what needs to happen. Pretty much, right? Specifically, maybe not. But we all know. We all know what right is from wrong. We all know that when someone has a lot and someone else doesn't have very much, we all know that there needs to be a balancing of things, don't we? Balance. Balance. Are we all asking ourselves why these politicians have so much to say right now? In these moments of crisis and war? Distractions. This is a distraction. They've used something that is obviously real, virus. There's many viruses that they could have chosen. Anyways, they've used this virus as the news story. Smoke screens. So they can fuck around a little bit longer. Don't let them have the power. Renounce them. You are not my president. Easy. This is not my country. That's a little harder, isn't it? What if you said to yourself, I have no country? What then would you be? What if you said, I no longer have a family? What would you be? Where would you be without patriotism or your church? Where would you be? That group, that tribe that you belong to, who would you be if you didn't have that? Would you still have family? Would you still be connected? Would the world still be your home? Going to my home page, checking out what's going on. Melanie Escamilla. 10 Pioneer era apples types thought extinct found in U.S. West. Perfect. Perfect. Right on. We should be growing more fruit trees. There was a time in the Okanagan Valley where this whole valley was full of fruit trees, and then they tore it up for grapes. This is where we went wrong. Not the only place where we went wrong. This is where we went wrong. Tearing up good fruit tree, producing fruit trees, right? And we just tore them up, planted something completely new, one crop. How good is that for the soil? Trees are different though, right? Trees are different than just a regular garden. We should keep all the trees. Don't you think? Connect with Spacebook. Spacebook. No. I'm not doing it. In new video, musicians pay tribute to healthcare workers fighting COVID-19. Fighting. All right. Don't fight too hard. Well, who's really doing the fighting? Your body is going to be doing the fighting, right? Just let it do what it does. Most likely, it's going to be triumphant. Because we all know we like a winner, don't we? Well, I put my money on my body. That's where my money is. Night blessings from Shaman Pedro. We'll share that. Because why not? Who doesn't want a night blessing? Tim Diesel, what is the hidden meaning of your name, Timothy? Well, I take no bullshit. I'm independent, mind over matter, one of a kind, thinks before he's acting, hates liars, and is youthful. Timothy. All right, cool. Howdy, single, 23. When I'm in a mood, we can send nudes and sex. Enjoy with me. Summer lovin' had me a blast. Summer lovin' happened so fast. I met a girl crazy for me. I met a boy cute as can be. Summer days drifting away. Those summer nights. Stay on page, please. Stay on course. We're heading to the SS Michael. As soon as we get there, we're going to go slightly right. 41 minutes, 23 seconds. Seems like a reasonable time to either start or continue. That's on YouTube. 49 minutes, 10 seconds on Facebook. It's Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. The new year. How did that start out? Wow. What a start, eh? Who made all those New Year's resolutions? I'm going to eat at more restaurants because I want to enjoy life more. Ah, shit. All the restaurants are closed. This is stupid. I'm never making a New Year's resolution again. We should all be very, very concerned, not worried. This worry doesn't serve us. We should be concerned, though, about the power grabs and the frenzy. It's easier to grab power when everybody's panicked. Hey, do you want to make more millions of dollars? Because that's important. You want to make billions? Do you want to make trillions? Follow the fear. You can also make money on fear. Not as much. Not as much. You know, if you do the right thing for the majority of people, or if you come up with solutions that affect in a positive way the majority of the population. What were we saying? What are we talking about now? Really? I'm saying that it doesn't have to be like this and we can make the change like right now. That's what I'm saying. So, I'm waiting for that one moment in time where everybody just makes a conscious effort and they say, I'm not going to do that anymore. Or I'm not going to follow that president anymore. Or I'm not going to follow that government anymore. Whatever comes out of the White House, I don't adhere to. Because they're lying to us all the time. Governors, mayors, all these institutions that have been set up for my lifetime have all proven failures to a large degree. What have you done with your homeless? What have you done with the disenfranchised? How have you helped the average person? Really? Or have you benefited the wealthy? I think the answer to that question, I think most of you can answer for yourself. All right, so let's say you thought you were doing something for the benefit of the entire planet or the people that you're representative, but then you realize that that's not really possible in the broken system that you're working within. So your whole life has become almost a waste of time. Well, don't think of it that way. The more people who turn around from this that have had experience playing out these parts in life that don't work, these people have more influence and more positive impact on a community when they change, when they do something different that involves helping your fellow man, woman, child, animal, plant, earth, universe, spirit. Anyways, I think that might be it for the morning. It's 11:02 a.m. Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. Again, coming to you live from Penticton, British Columbia, Canada. The coronavirus pandemic. Well, let's hear what Mayor de Blasio has to say, because that's really important.
Take the time now to really improve our testing capacity, expand our public health capacity to do early case recognition, contact tracing, isolation. I call it block and tackle, block and tackle.
Los Angeles.
Block and tackle, block and tackle. Keep the game going, though, eh? No time limit on this fucking game. Yeah, this is when time actually could help us out. Time. I'm taking time. What? You don't have any more timeouts. If you're just listening in now, if you just came in at this particular point in time, and you're wondering, you know what? If he could just sum up in 30 seconds what it is that he's really trying to get at, me, what would I say in 30 seconds time? Well, it would go something like this. 30 seconds. Be nicer to each other. Is the 30 seconds up now? Persistent testing issues raise fears about reopening any state. Persistent testing issues raise fears. Fears. How do you control a population? Fear. Fear, fear, fear. Keep them fearing something, especially the unknown. If you can get them fearing the unknown, that's why they used God for so long in the church, to keep people not knowing. They use fear. God will strike you down if you die and you don't do what you're meant to do on the earth, how we say you're meant to do it. Then there are places for people like you. Hell. So, is that true? Fear. If you know you have nothing to fear, then fear has no hold over you. Let me help you get to that point where you fear nothing. Let's talk about it more. Or not. How about we talk less? How about I shut this down now?